let the party begin. To join us together when we're celebrating 10 years of operating the ILF fund here in Scotland and in Northern Ireland. I get to hear about the difference that ILF has made to the lives of disabled people, both here and in Northern Ireland. And that is what really matters in all of this.
I want to congratulate ILF Scotland and thank everyone working with it, past and present. The story of ILF Scotland is one of innovation, delivery and success.
Without ILF, I could not have continued my work until I was retired in 1999. ILF was able to get me up in the morning, get me dressed and ready to go to work and to have a life after I came home at night. So for people like me, ILF and independent living made my life worthwhile. And I'm very, very grateful.
The Social Return on Investment study has shown that for every £1 of their grant, there is a social return of investment totalling between £12 and £13. That means that for every £1 ILF Scotland gives me, there is a total value of between £12 to £13 in the quality of my life, the life of my immediate family, and the community around me. To have a purposeful life, people need to be supported by a purpose-led organisation. And that's what ILF Scotland is, a purpose-led organisation.
34 years ago, my husband Robin and I were catapulted into a completely new world with the birth of our daughter Annie. And it was a world of shocking inequality and apathy. Annie is mentally handicapped, or learning disabled as it used to be called for many years. She is certainly neurodivergent. However, what we don't need to worry about is her happy disposition, her loving nature, I get very emotional, her humor, her thoughtfulness, her solution-focused instinct, her moral compass, and her wonderful creativity. We need to look at what everybody can do, which is what ILF does, and not at what they can't do. Thank you, ILF Scotland.
Your name is?
Hannah,
And what age are you, Hannah?
18.
And what's your favourite thing to do, Hannah?
Art.
And how would you describe yourself, Hannah?
I
You can look at the audience.
happy, excited. I love doing my art and it's the best.
But her real motivation is just to make people happy, and the ILF Fund has really enabled this to happen. Is there anything you would like to say to people as a parting shot?
Thank you, everyone.
Obviously, to qualify for ILF funding, you need to be in receipt of direct payments. I have a team of personal assistants who allow me to live as independently as I can. I honestly can't imagine what I would do without this funding. I certainly am not the assisted living unit type of guy. My ILF funding experience has been great, and I would just like to thank Maggie and Lisa for giving me the opportunity to apply to the fund. It already has made a huge difference in my life, and I anticipate it will make more of a difference in the future.
After listening to everybody's stories, I just feel completely overwhelmed, and I can't believe what the ILF has done for people. And all the stuff that she does, she couldn't do it without support. She would be just living a pretty boring life, just being supported to make her dinner or put the stuff in the washing machine. But with ILF, it's specifically for her independence, and her lifestyle is just astonishing. Her achievements are amazing, and I couldn't be a prouder mum because she's just adorable. And also I can say that every worker that we've ever had to reassess us or that we've come across in the last two occasions, they seem to know why they're doing the job they're doing. They know who they're there for, what they're there for, and they just cannot do enough for us. So it's been It's been a really positive experience for us.
Prior to the Reopen Fund, the age limit was 65, and now we don't have an age limit. So they wanted to share this story for hope for those with dementia, and they want to pass on their thanks to ILF for giving those last few months of Mary's life a lot more meaning.
I've been receiving it now for over 16 years, and it's given me choice and independence to live the way that I choose.
I'm delighted to be here with you to share this anniversary celebration. To me, 4 key things: true listening, vision and ambition, courage, and creativity. Happy anniversary to ILF Scotland.
For many disabled people, the work of the Independent Living Fund has a critical role in offering support to be able to realise rights to independent living. I was thinking, what are the words that I keep hearing all day? Participation, innovation, choice, control, dignity, respect, needs, rights, needs and rights, and the importance of putting those 2 together. Non-discrimination, being listened to, flexibility, being accepted, and crisis. There's a long way to go to ensure disabled people in Scotland can realise all our rights and all our rights in law and rights to an independent life. I'm really pleased to be here today. I do want to celebrate and acknowledge the work of the ILF and acknowledge all the work and contributions and the lives that everybody in this room leads.
One of my disability support workers, it was literally just in their email signature, and this is so silly, it was in their email signature just a little link to the Transitions Fund, and I clicked on it, and as soon as I found it, it honestly felt like the heavens had opened, and I finally found something that was actually going to be able to give me something to help myself, because I really did feel so lost about what I could do in this situation. As a disabled person who had recently just been diagnosed, had never navigated anything like this before, finding ILF and all of that was really, there's no words to describe how brilliant it was, because I have a lot of disabled friends and I study criminology and social policy. I know what this process is like for people usually to access support. So when I found ILF, and the thing that they want to fund me for is to get tangible life skills, but not only that, the application process was so straightforward and simple that I felt completely enabled to actually have a think about what I wanted from my life rather than what I could just cope with and what I could provide for myself, because it's hard enough being a young person. It's way more difficult being a disabled young person. It really transformed what I thought was possible for myself. I wouldn't be able to think about where I want to go next in the same way that I can at this exact moment without you guys. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
We've celebrated 10 years of ILF, a decade of empowering disabled people to live independently, with dignity, with choice and with control, words that you've heard a number of times today. We've honoured ILF Scotland as an organisation, as Jim put it, a purpose-led organisation built on the principles of the social model of disability, of co-production and of trust. I hope we've also honoured the movement, the independent living movement, of which ILF Scotland is proud to have played its part. That's why I feel so privileged to work with ILF Scotland, why it has been the greatest privilege of my professional life, because of the impact of what we do, a transformative impact of ILF in supporting disabled people to overcome the barriers they face to independent living every day. I've seen what happens when people are given the freedom to live life on their own terms. I've seen the power of working with disabled people on the basis of trust, of listening and of doing things differently. This is the purpose of ILF Scotland, as Jim puts it, a purposeful organisation assisting disabled people to have a life of purpose. And I'm very proud to be a part of that.
Not only do we know how far we've come, but how far we've still to go so that everybody is included and can really experience a good life. It's been quite a journey.